Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Recha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today we're going to go into the book of 1 Samuel, the 12th chapter, right? As we ended off in the 11th chapter with Saul, the Lord using Saul to bring a great deliverance to the men of Jabesh Gilead from the hand of the Ammonites. All right. And as the kingdom was reestablished in the hand of Saul, we now continue here as they are in Gilgal. And Samuel said unto all Israel, Behold, I have hearkened unto your voice in all that ye said unto me, and have made a king over you. And now, behold, the king walketh before you, and I am old and gray-headed, and behold, my sons are with you. So now you have your king, and I'm pretty much on my way out, right? And my sons are here, they serve you, they're judges. And I have walked before you from my childhood on to this day. And when it says walk before you, right, it's not saying like he literally just like, it means that he's been among them, basically serving them, right? And even because even as a judge, you're technically serving the people, even though you are judging them. Verse 3, Behold, here I am, witness against me before the Lord Yahweh, and before his anointed. So if anybody has any problem with me, come and testify in the presence of the Lord and his anointed, being the king that was Saul at the time. Whose ox have I taken? Or whose ass have I taken, the ass being a donkey? Or who have I defrauded? Whom have I oppressed? Or of whose hand have I received any bribe to blind my eyes therewith? And I will restore it to you. So if there's anybody that I've wronged, you just come and let it be known, and I'll make it right. And they said, Thou hast not defrauded us, nor oppressed us, neither has thou taken aught of any man's hand. And he said unto them, The Lord Yahweh is witness against you, and his anointed is witness this day, that ye have not found aught in mine hand. And they answered, He is witness. And Samuel said unto the people, It is the Lord Yahweh that advanced Moses and Aaron. Advanced meaning to establish them, right? He set them up. And that brought your fathers up out of the land of Egypt. Now therefore stand still, that I may reason with you before the Lord Yahweh of all the righteous acts of the Lord, which he did to you and to your fathers. So here, let me bring this back into your remembrance. When Jacob was come into Egypt, and your fathers cried unto the Lord Yahweh, then the Lord sent Moses and Aaron, which brought forth your fathers out of Egypt, and made them dwell in this place. So you remember, right, because of that famine and so on, the story of Joseph and his brethren eventually led Jacob, right, and the rest of the brethren into Egypt. And they stayed there and they grew and they became a nation there. And through the harsh oppression of the Egyptians, they cried unto the Lord, and he set up Moses and Aaron to deliver them, right, out of Egypt. And made them dwell in this place, right, so brought them to the land of Canaan. And when they forgat the Lord Yahweh their God, he sold them into the hand of Sisera, captain of the host of Hazor, right? So when they started to go off and astray from the Lord, he raised up Sisera, and these accounts are in the book of Judges here, to basically come against Israel, as it says, and in the land and in the hand and into the hand of the Philistines and into the hand of the king of Moab, and they fought against them. And they cried unto the Lord Yahweh and said, We have sinned, because we have forsaken the Lord Yahweh, and have served Baalim and Ashtaroth. But now deliver us out of the hand of our enemies, and we will serve thee. So once the Lord raised up an enemy against us, they put us in captivity, or they had us in oppression under them, then our people cried unto the Lord, and as he says here, and then basically they said they would serve the Lord. And the Lord Yahweh sent Jerubbaal. Now, once again, this is recounting, remember, as he says, um, recounting the account in the book of Judges, in the book of Judges of the deliverances that the Lord wrought, right? And so, as it says here, he sent Jerubbaal, which is another name for Gideon, and Bedan, and Jephthah, and Samuel, and delivered you out of the hand of your enemies on every side, and ye dwelt safe. So these were the judges the Lord raised up. Now, when you look this up in the NLT, it tells you that really, I think in the other versions, the Syriac or so, and maybe in the Greek, the Bedan here is referring to Barak, right, which was a judge. And we know who Jephthah was, right? He ended up making the vow and had to sacrifice his daughter unto the Lord. And Samuel here really should be Samson, or else you'd be wondering where in the book of Judges these men were. But looking in the NLT, you'll see here, right, for Gideon, Jerubbaal. For Bedan, the footnote tells you that the Greek and the Syriac versions read Barak, which makes sense, right? NIV is the same thing. And Jephthah and Samuel, and as it says here, Samson, which makes more sense. Once again, these were judges the Lord raised up to deliver Israel. Verse 12, and when ye saw that Nahash, the king of the children of Ammon, came against you, ye said unto me, Nay, but a king shall reign over us, when the Lord Yahweh your God was your king. So when you were afraid of the Ammonites coming against you, rather than seeking the Lord, you said you desire a king, so you can now go against them. Now therefore, behold, the king whom ye have chosen, and whom ye have desired. And behold, the Lord Yahweh hath set a king over you. If you will fear the Lord, and serve him, and obey his voice, and not rebel against the commandment of the Lord, then shall both ye and also the king that reigneth over you continue following the Lord your God. So as long as you continue to serve the Lord, you and the king will be fine, and you can continue to, to dwell as such. But if ye will not obey the voice of the Lord Yahweh, but rebel against the commandment of the Lord, then shall the hand of the Lord be against you, as it was against your fathers. I.e., he's going to bring judgment against you just as he did your forefathers. And we just read, in some accounts over there, right? How they they did not listen to the Lord, and he raised up all those adversaries against us. Now therefore stand and see this great thing which the Lord will do before your eyes. Is it not wheat harvest today? And the thing about the significance of this is, I believe usually around the time of the wheat harvest, it wasn't, you wouldn't really get rain around that time. So that's why it was significant, why this would have been a great thing for them to see. I will call unto the Lord Yahweh, and he shall send thunder and rain, that ye may perceive and see that your wickedness is great, which ye have done in the sight of the Lord, in asking you a king. So let's read this in the NLT. You know that it does not rain at this time of the year during the wheat harvest. I will ask the Lord to send thunder and rain today. Then you will realize how wicked you have been in asking the Lord for a king. So Samuel called unto the Lord, and the Lord sent thunder and rain that day. And all the people greatly feared the Lord and Samuel. And all the people said unto Samuel, Pray for thy servants unto the Lord thy God, that we die not. So you can imagine, it must have been some real heavy thundering, probably some lightnings here and there, For we have added unto all our sins this evil, to ask us a king. And Samuel said unto the people, Fear not, ye have done all this wickedness, yet turn not aside from following the Lord, but serve the Lord with all your heart. So yeah, you've done this wickedness, but just continue to serve the Lord and don't go after these other idols, and you'll be fine. And turn ye not aside from then, or for then should ye go after vain things. So if you turn from following the Lord and you start to go after these vain things, i.e. these idols, which cannot profit nor deliver, for they are vain. For the Lord Yahweh will not forsake his people for his great name's sake. because his name is tied with us. So by forsaking us, that would put a bad, reputation on the Lord's name, because it hath pleased the Lord to make you his people. Moreover, as for me, God forbid that I should sin against the Lord in ceasing to pray for you, but I will teach you the good and the right way. So don't worry, I'm going to continue to pray for you, and I'm going to continue to teach you what is the right way, i.e., judge you. Only fear the Lord and serve him in truth with all your heart, for consider how great things he has done for you. Right? He delivered you from Egypt. He delivered you from the hands of your enemies. Like, he's done all these miraculous things on your behalf. Is that not enough to fear him and continue to serve him? But if ye shall still do wickedly, ye shall be consumed, both ye and your king. All right, and that's that. That's your warning. You either follow the Lord and live, or you turn aside from the Lord and do wickedness and face the judgment and the wrath of the God of Israel. And that brings us to the end of the book of 1 Samuel, the 12th chapter. Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Ruach HaKodesh. Until next time, Shalom.